Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, talking fishing. If it's facts about fishing that you want to know, then tune in, folks, cause this is the show. We'll show you all the right bait to use, so sit right back, you got nothing to lose. Doesn't really matter if it's trout or carp, flathead, marlin or a gummy shark. Listen to the guys and you can't go wrong. They'll be talking about fishing till the cows come home. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And welcome everyone to Talking Fishing, a big show tonight and a big crew in the house for the last show of the season. 5 more sleeps until the big fella comes, and it's a very good welcome to the whole crew. Nikki, Adam, Cara, Travis, Dowling.
Thanks for having us.
Wonderful to be
Full
here.
house, Dave.
Hey,
Full house.
Yeah, we're
exactly.
making the new bars getting a workout tonight. And, anyway, it's our last show. We've got a new bar for what, two episodes or 3?
Yeah.
So,
That's a ripper too.
it is pretty good. You walked in tonight, Travis, and said, "Is this footy classified?"
Yeah, I know. It was absolutely fantastic. Got Mick Malloy make an appearance again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, now the snapper bite. I know it's a late season. The water temperatures come up. We've actually got some days forecast next week of 35 and 36 degrees.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Finally.
And,
time.
Summer's arrived.
and driving in the Savo. How beautiful is that?
Lovely day.
Yeah.
Absolute ripper.
Cara, up your neck of the woods, because you're a little bit out of town.
Yep, no, it's beautiful
So
today.
getting warm.
Starting to.
Yeah.
Sort of the mid-20s, so
Yeah.
it's just, it's getting nice.
Cod.
They'll start to fire up, I think,
Yeah.
with the weather. And as the water temperature's going to start to warm too, it'll bring them out. And even in the flood-affected areas, I think they're going to start to come out as the water settles. And
Yeah.
So you're mainly just chicken and cheese, or do you guys
Definitely
occasionally?
not.
Right. There's something. A missile is about to get thrown at me.
Yeah,
from
that's exactly
off,
right. Yeah, that's
Speaking of chicken and cheese,
Yeah.
do we have a Cooking with Cara segment
We
tonight? Dave?
have I hope you don't commentate how you
Well,
normally do.
I was just about to say, I'm a little bit worried.
pretty sure that's why you see it.
And I'm pretty sure you sat me here on purpose. He's going to hear everything I say.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Hey,
good.
Within our
hey, talking
distance.
about chicken, I'm at a rock joint the other day looking at rocks, right?
Yeah.
And the bloke calls me over,
Sounds
hey,
exciting.
mate, I've got to show you some photos. He said, have a look at it. And he's going through, snapper. He said, every one of them took the curry chicken. Wouldn't take the pilchard, wouldn't take the silver whiting, all took the curry chicken.
It's really interesting to say that because, like at that cut at Queenscliff, the killer bait is chicken breast cut into strips.
Yeah.
So everyone just uses chicken breast.
What's this for toadies?
This is for snapper. You know, the big,
Is it like raw
the big
or
snapper.
cooked?
Yeah, raw, like a chicken breast fillet from
Yeah.
Woolies, cut into strips. You know, put on a big hook that you put a pilly on, throw it out there.
Free range, organic, what
Killer.
are we talking about?
But I heard a great story from one of our fisheries officers the other day. He was fishing at Cow Swamp, and they got 6 lovely cod in an afternoon at Cow Swamp. So they got 1 metre and 5, and he swears that he's not making this up. He said the biggest cod they got was his cousin who had a rod hanging over the side with a chicken nugget on it.
There you go.
I've heard of chicken nuggets. I have heard of the
metre
nugget.
cod.
And the chicken chippies,
Everyone loves
I've heard
chicken
of
nuggets.
them.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
doesn't like a
nugget.
chicken nugget? Yeah.
KFC
I get it.
or...
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Bit of barbecue sauce.
Yeah, sweet and sour for me at Cow Swamp anyway.
Yeah.
All right, folks, let's have a look at what's being caught by the people at home. It's time for Catch of the Week.
Catch of the Week, brought to you by Shimano.
All right, it is snapper season. I'll tell you what, struggled with the photos this week. I don't know what it is, but I think people are Christmas shopping.
switching
and
off.
They've switched off.
Christmas,
Yep.
Christmas parties and so forth. But anyway, a few people got out. Let's have a look. Matt Miller was one of them. A beautiful snapper from Coronella. Well done, Matt.
That's a ripper fish.
Good looking fish.
Yeah.
Some better ones coming. Oh, I've got an email for the next one. So let's have a look at Marie Costi's snapper off Frankston, right? Now, Marie writes, I went fishing with boss man Leon out of Frankston. He told me he watches your show and I should send in a pic of my catch. Well, you did, Marie, but it goes. But I think I should send in the one he doesn't want anyone to see. Leon. So this is what Marie caught versus what
The boss.
Leon caught.
There you go.
On your Leon.
It's proof.
What is that a little flatty there?
I think it was a flathead and a garfish.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Anyway, they were snapper fishing.
And they're
so
excellent
anyway.
table species, by the way, Leon. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Leon,
I
to-
don't know, you know.
Cara would cook them beautifully.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Leon, just a tip, use chicken.
Yeah.
There you go. No, it's the female pheromones, isn't it?
Brought to you,
Yeah, it might be.
That's right. Brought to you tonight from Steggles.
The number one bait supplier.
Oh, hello, who's next? Hello, who's next?
Oh, here we go.
If a
Dave.
cod, if a
They
cod
must be
fisherman can catch a snapper, they must
there
be
you
the
go.
Travis Dowling off.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Yeah, well, what this is saying is you can't put your toe into Port Phillip Bay at the moment without a snapper biting it. So a big shout out to Bill Klassen from Australian Fishing Network. Bill took me out last Friday and we went just out off Carrum and he put us on to fish straight away and he's just a ripper bloke and literally they were jumping in the boat. I've just never seen anything like it.
How far out?
Oh, like literally 500 metres out from the Patterson Lakes boat ramp. Like,
So you would have been in, I don't know, what, 12, 13?
11 metres.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you look at you funny when you bought chicken and cheese?
Was it curry chicken?
No, and apparently he's been braining him out there for the last month, and I said, well, that's funny, Bill, because I only just got the call a week ago. So, anyway, no, it was just a ripper, and I really appreciate it. Bill, if you're watching, I know you're a big fan of the show. Yeah. Thank you so much, mate. Had just a wonderful experience.
Got some cracking fish coming up very shortly and an unusual catch. In fact, I reckon first time, not the species, first time location land base for this species coming up. But let's have a look. Sharkmen Charter's doing exceptionally well on the snapper.
Yeah, what a ripper.
Yeah, I put them back that big because I was just a bit small.
Fair.
That's a big problem to have.
All right, let's get into these ones. I don't know that we've had land-based King George whiting on the show before.
Oh, right.
8 years, 205 episodes.
Wow.
Yep.
Feeling tired saying that. Charlie Bell, let's have a look at this. A whiting at Anderson's Inlet.
Nice.
Well done,
Okay.
Charlie.
Beautiful.
How good's that? Getting it. All right.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
it's not just one, right? Look, in fact, I got an email on this one.
You just want that?
This is a good one.
Keep that one up there,
ripper
boys,
fish,
if you
isn't
can.
Yeah.
People out in the back room. My son Luca, who's 10 years old, caught his first ever whiting off the banks of Anderson's Inlet in Inverloch on Thursday, December 15th. Almost the last cast too. We ran out of pilchard fillets, 44 centimetres, and we cooked it up that night. He was wrapped. I think I was more in awe than him. We enjoy watching the show. Keep up the great work. That is
I was about to say that. too.
44
Yeah.
off the banks of, well, would you think that you're targeting King George whiting? Well, maybe. You do get some in Anderson's Inlet.
Wouldn't
but-
expected that.
What Adam was saying, like pilly fillet, like getting, because I saw that down at Killarney. I saw a bloke down there fishing with pilly fillets and catching a really good bag of whiting. And what I've seen at Lake Tyers before is generally when you're on the pilly fillets, you're getting the bigger fish. So that
everything eats pilchard, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's right. But you get the big black brim on the,
That's right.
Like prawns and the pippies and the and the squid. They'll get the. Your average fish, but those pilly fillets, they bring the big fish in,
Is that your secret when you go down to Lake Tyers and bag out on brim?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
knew there was something.
yellowfin brim expert down there, mate.
Well, you've led beautifully into the next one. Have a look at this. Maria Warren and her husband are a lovely bag
Wow.
of black brim at Lake Tyers. The brim are on.
Oh, that is fantastic.
That's
It's
pretty
to
good.
see that.
I love seeing that too.
Yeah.
I know some people may throw a bit of criticism at seeing bags of brim caught. Absolutely within the rules, and I don't mind eating them.
It's a sustainable fishery that's going to feed her and her family. It's fresh, local caught fish. It's fantastic. We know the fishery's booming. There's no nets in Lake Tyers. It's just going gangbusters. So. And with the whiting in Lake's Entrance now, it's taking a bit of the pressure off Lake Tyers.
Yeah, that's a good
A lot of
point.
people are hitting
Yep.
Lake's
Yeah.
Entrance. So.
If you'd like to send in a pic of your catch of the week, well, you can't because this is the end of the program. In fact, we're taking. I don't know. I don't know how to-
Program. We're going to the pub already.
Well, no, we're not. No, but it's we're not coming back in autumn next year. We're having a break, and let's see what let's see what comes after that. But anyway, but it's been 8 years and 205 episodes. We're just having a little break. So I'm sorry you can't send in your catch of the week because it ain't going to be on TV next week. So, but it's been a great journey, and how good is it seeing? I guess one of the favourite things I've loved is the amount of kids, the amount of women that send in their catches now, and like Marie, Leon said, I watch this show, you've got to send your photo in. I mean, how good's that?
Yeah, that's so
created
cool.
this
That's right.
thing,
We've seen a lot of PBs in 205 episodes.
Yeah.
Dave, it's a good thing.
Well, it's just something different about this show compared to every other fishing show. I know right now, I'm sure Alan Bonici and Fishing Mad are sitting there going, yes, it's going to be us next year. We've got the spot. Shout out, Alan.
Exactly. Yeah. I tell you what, it's not good fishing everywhere though, because coming up, Fisheries News includes news of an extended 3.5 year ban on snapper fishing in South Australia. That's next on Talking Fishing.
talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Live from the studios of Channel 31 Melbourne, it's now time for some very fishy news.
Full house tonight here in Talking Fishing Studios. Travis Dowling, the CEO of the Victorian Fisheries Authority, has joined us. Fisheries news, Trav, you might want to talk about this as we go through it, but this week the VFA has stocked 40,000 Murray cod into Lake Buffalo. Since 1990, you've stocked almost 330,000, which proves the lake to be a well-established destination boasting cod of all sizes, even some meateries. Lake Buffalo, firstly, where is it?
Yeah, so it's up past sort of Wangaratta, Myrtleford, up sort of towards the high country, and it's known as a trout fishery. And what I love is you consistently get these stories of people that are going to dangle a worm in there, or they're trolling a little hard-bodied lure looking for a trout already, and bang, they get absolutely smashed by a 80, 90 centimetre cod. And so it's that great, fishing is nature's lottery, and when that sort of stuff happens, it's wonderful. So
Nick, has your club got a resort up there?
No.
Working on that?
No.
Yeah,
We'll have to.
Lake Buffalo is also stocked with 50,000 yellers, 50,000 silver perch over summer, complementing the 5,000 brown trout it received last winter. So, geez, okay, a lot of fish.
But most people know it as a trout fishery.
Another of our Snobs Creek trucks headed to Lake Purrumbete to stock 300 tiger trout. How good's that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It received almost 13,000 since 2020. Purrumbete has a diverse range of freshwater species swimming around, including redfin, Chinook salmon, brown and rainbow trout, the tigers. It's a great spot to wet a line. Can I ask you a question on that one? How did the redfin survive through all those other species there? Because there's good reddies, isn't there?
Oh, no, absolutely. Have you fished Purrumbete for reddies before?
Not for ready.
No, never for Reddies either.
See, I mean, I would always, because people go there, and I've been there before, and everyone goes, oh, we're going to hit the tiger trout, and we're going to hit the cheetah trout, and we're going to hit all these others, but I just want, I just want that dirty feet of reddies. Let's just go there, I just want a worm over the
Well,
side.
they had an exceptional year on the Reddies this year.
Oh, yeah,
Purrumbete.
correct. And they're all about a pound and a half, so they're not those little things like that.
But you'd kind of think that all those other species may be dominant, and they're not. I mean, it's
Reddies
balanced.
would be
It's
so well.
balanced.
They'd be so well established as well. They
Yeah.
would, because the Reddies have been in there forever.
Yeah, they're just prolific breeders. The size of them.
Rabbits.
We get Dr. Taylor Hunt on, or Dr. Gerald Lyman.
Yeah.
I think they breed 3 or 4 times a year. I mean, you see them in farm dams.
Yep.
They're incredible.
All right. I've got a few photos too of the stocking. We might just show a couple of those of what's happened in this last week. Our third waterway, this is all in one day, was Eildon Pondage, which received 163 brown and rainbow trout, all between 1.5 and 2 kilos.
That's cool.
Good ones.
Merry Christmas to the people going to Eildon.
Yeah.
Hey? How good's that? Our statewide fish stocking program, which released a record 10 million fish last season, is funded by your recreational fishing licence fees and the state government's $35 million Go Fishing Victoria plan. Awesome, awesome stuff.
Solid rainbow.
All right,
Nice fish.
that's one of the ones that went into the pondage as well.
Yeah.
That is a cracking fish.
That'll look good wrapped in tin foil, wouldn't it?
Barbie.
All right, we need to talk about this because our friends over the border, this is not good. The headline reads, over here, South Australian Government extends ban on fishing for snapper in most state waters. The South Australian Government has extended a ban on fishing for snapper in most waters for another 3.5 years through to July 2026 as the species population continues to struggle. The decision follows the release of a report assessing snapper stocks in state waters by the South Australian Research and Development Institute last month. The report found the ban, which was introduced in November 2019, stopped the overall decline in snapper numbers, but there is yet to be any evidence of stock recovery in the Spencer Gulf, the West Coast and Gulf St. Vincent. The state government on Saturday announced an $8.8 million support package, including $2.4 million to assist commercial, recreational and charter sectors impacted by the extended ban. I wonder how they're compensating the rec sector. We'll talk about that in a sec. Out of the rest of the funding, $5 million will go towards a science program to improve the understanding of the factors that underpin stock recovery. And that's hard to believe. And $200,000 will be spent on reef restoration projects. The final $1.2 million will be spent over 2 years on a snapper restocking program that will produce nearly 1 million fingerlings to replenish stocks in the Spencer Gulf and Gulf St Vincent. Charter Boat Association of South Australia President Tom De Vittorio said he was pleased the state government acted upon the association's calls for a 50% licence fee relief for charter operators. What about calling for more to be done? I don't know. What a mess. Fishing is allowed in the southeast region, which is part of the Western Victoria snapper stock, under strict rules, managing bag, boat and size limits, as well as mandatory reporting of every single snapper caught. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Where do we start with
Can they
that?
breed snapper in captivity?
It sounds like it.
Well, why haven't they been doing it for years?
But we don't need to.
No, them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if this was an issue, we've already
It's been
come off the
ongoing,
3-year
yeah.
ban. Why
Yeah.
didn't they start that then? Is it a
Do you know
funding
why
issue, or
their
is
rec
it
fishing licence money isn't contributing to that program?
because they don't
because
pay
they
us?
don't
They don't have one.
Yeah.
That's the number one problem. There's
Yeah.
no voice over there for rec anglers. I wonder how they're compensating the rec fishing sector, but the commercial sector, Trav, and I've always wondered about this. They're regulated over there. You go across the other border, New South Wales, the charter industry is regulated there. Why is the charter industry not regulated in Victoria?
Yeah, and it's the thing about fishing in Victoria. We want people to get out and have a good time, and we want to try and this government's been really big on this, is to actually not over-regulate people's lives. And what we've got at the moment is we've got booming fisheries in Western Port, Port Phillip Bay, Gippsland Lakes, Lake Tyers, all the way along. We've just removed having to pay fees at boat ramps.
Yep.
We're trying to stay out of people's lives to an extent, and also be aware of cost of living impacts and all of the different things. So once you regulate something, if we regulated charter boat, the sector, they would pass those costs on to customers that were getting onto those boats, which is another cost on top of what they've got to pay. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we reckon we've got a pretty good program at the moment, and the charter boat fishery in Port Phillip Bay and Western Port's going gangbusters.
Yeah.
As
anyone can catch a snapper.
Well,
Clearly.
they're jumping in the boat.
How can Cara, do you know? How can it be so different from Victoria to South Australia? How?
Well, it's management's the only answer. Well, no, but it is.
Trav actually wants to say.
But it is though, because
You're not allowed to tell us what you think's wrong, do you?
Because what other answer is there apart from a management issue? They've obviously seen a decline over years and not done enough about it. If anything, I don't know. I don't live in South Australia, but it's the only answer, isn't it?
Yeah. I think one of the benefits we've got in Victoria is that we took a lot of the nets out of the bays and inlets.
Yeah. But they're also surveying, we survey every year.
Exactly.
So we know what's happening.
Yeah. Anyway, I've updated this map, and let's have a look at the next one, the map of Australia, because the ban, as you can see in South, they're the bans from all around Australia.
Tassie's been banned.
Well,
Completely.
Well, so there is bans on calamari. There's closed season because they overfished them. There's closed seasons now on trumpeter because they've overfished them. So and every other state bar Northern Territory, not sure about Canberra in that, what's it, Lake Burley, Griffin?
And until Tassie gets an AFL team, they'll stay banned.
South Australia, real trouble, but I tell you what, there's no bans. Although Dallas De Silva, for the head of Queensland Fishing, he'll say, "Well, you have bans on trout fishing." No, it's a social reason why they're closed.
Exactly. We have a closed season, and that's why the trout fishery is so strong. So, Dal, if you're watching this,
I rang him the other day and I said, I'm heading to Queensland for Christmas, and he goes,
Banned? Sorry.
he goes, the Spanish mackerel ban will just be lifted. I said, thank God. I actually couldn't find it on Google what the dates were, but anyway. All right, a couple of events. I know we showed these last week, but the World Rec Fishing Conference, Travis, that's a big event. It's coming to Melbourne.
Oh, it's huge. It's only the 10th World Rec Fishing Conference in the history of really recognising rec fishing around the world as a key generator of jobs and what it does for people's mental health and physical health. It's been in Australia once before in Darwin, and now it's coming to Melbourne. It's going to be massive.
There you go. All the details up there if you want to book that. The Ultimate Fishing Expo. Wow. This is a big day, a big 2 days. This is on the Saturday and the Sunday before the World Recreational Fishing Conference at Jeff's Shed. Big lineup of talkers here, Trav, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the whole idea about the Fishing Expo, it's to complement the Rec Fishing Conference. So the conference is pretty science-based, and it's all about how things tick and how we understand our recreational fisheries and all the different science elements of them. The Fishing Expo is about fishing nuts and people like me that are just mad into it, who want to come along, look at gadgets and toys and talk to club members and others and how fishing's going, not just in Victoria but around Australia. And we've got great sponsorship and support from people like Queensland Fisheries and Dallas and Commonwealth Fisheries and others. But that'll be great, and that's free to come along to the Fishing Expo. You know, you can buy some things while you're there, but it's it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah. All right. That's that. And last but not least, the good old whiting challenge held by the Western Wood Angling Club. This is the 33rd year. Now, wasn't on the last 2 years because of COVID. Yeah. First year was COVID, last year was too hard after COVID.
No, did the COVID one still go?
No.
So they've had 2 years off?
2 years off, yeah. They just felt the council were going to give them too many rules around running it. Yeah. So what an event. I think we had it up there on the screen. Maybe just drop it back up there. Major prize, $12,000. Boat motor trailer package. The biggest whiting gets a beautiful original painting by Bridget Thomas. That is a fantastic painting. She does it every year. $1,000 from Paul Worsling if you catch a 1 kilo fish or greater. 45 other prizes. Great for juniors, great for women, great family event. So there you go. I'll be there on the Sunday to present the prizes. So there you go.
Very good.
All right, coming up next, product of the week. And Cara, you are cooking up a treat tonight, pre-recorded, but it's going to be a cracker. We'll see that next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing.
Product of the week, brought to you by Tackle World.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
We're ending the season with a bang. Product of the week this week. Brand new lure on the market. This is Armour Joint. Interesting name. Now, everyone sitting at this table fishes the Aqua Cup, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. Well, Nikki's going to be. She's just got invited.
This is going to catch the winning flathead.
Flathead, really?
Calling it
100%.
all.
Really?
That's a big call.
Big
Calling
call.
it right now.
Steve Vidler watching?
Calling it
Hopefully
right now.
not.
So it's
Bruce
a
Keffer's still going.
190 mil swim bait,
Yeah.
and this is all the rage for big flathead, Murray cod,
got flash
barramundi,
boost.
wherever you go. Flash boost. Now we have covered flash boost on the show before, Dave.
Mirrors
so
on springs.
in the front half of that lure, there's a mirror that's attached to 2 springs, and every subtle movement, that little mirror goes absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So that's going to obviously attract fish. 5 colours, I'm pretty sure, all very natural. This, now where it gets interesting, this is the only swim bait I've ever seen that folds in half
Why does it fold in half?
to aid with casting. So swim baits traditionally are quite awkward to cast because they're so long. They tend to hold up in any breeze. They want to turn on their side, and it gets quite
Cracking
uncomfortable.
wind knots.
Yeah, kills your casting distance as well. When you cast this lure, it folds in half, reducing its profile, adding weight to a different point, which aids in casting distance. Very clever.
So it's far more aerodynamic.
Some might say that, Cara. But it definitely aids in casting distance.
Good.
Now, soft plastic tail.
Hey, do that again?
Yep. So
No way.
Yep, it's a very high stretch material, very durable, and you do get a spare tail in
That'd be
the box
aerodynamic
as well.
on its own.
Yeah,
It
it's
might
about
be.
stealth.
The hooks are sharp, just saying.
Yeah.
If you were to buy multiple of these lures, you get different coloured tails, you can mix and match and create your own secret sauce colour. That is going to be an absolute winner in the estuaries, I think.
Yeah.
If you're travelling up north.
How do you reckon it would
Barra.
go when... Like I've been to a few of the Aqua Cups now, which is the VFA star fishing event.
Yeah.
And
Invitation only.
how do you reckon that will go when there's one boat every year that goes about 100 metres from the ramp,
Yep.
drops their anchor over, and that's...
I think I know who you're talking about.
Well, it's usually where the motor breaks down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And,
I do
it's
believe
a Mariner. It
only-
used to be a Mercury, but it's a Mariner.
Yeah.
It's a bait angling boat though.
Yeah, it's a bait angling boat. But do you reckon if they threw that, they'd catch it?
Yeah, I reckon they'd grab their dirty pilchers and just smear it all over it, like a little bit of
Rubber
sand.
band and put pictures over it.
Yeah, so that it might even go all right for them.
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah.
But a really unique lure, really, really cool. And I think we're going to see some amazing fish caught on this over the summer. And Trav, you might even be able to.
Well, can I just say what I'm staggered by? And I remember there was a story, well, like when plastics first came in, soft plastics came in, and I think it was Starlo and Bushy and others, and they'd fish plastics, and they're convinced that that fish after a while, they see the same lures, they become accustomed to them, they stop taking them, and then they start experimenting with vibes. They started bending metal and bending tin, and they reckon that when they started fishing Malakuta and there's other inlets with those, they were just going nuts.
Yeah.
But then the fish seem to get used to the vibes as well. And what I'm just fascinated by are the brains that go into coming up with all these new ideas all the time on lures. Changing it, it could be subtle change, it could be big change. But this change all the time, presenting something different to the fish, you know?
Evolution of
It's
lures.
crucial. It is.
Yeah.
You know, with fish aren't dumb.
Yeah.
You've
No.
got to, you've got to
The
trick
snapper
them.
in Port Phillip Bay.
Yeah, well,
At the moment.
500 metres off
yeah, I mean, yeah, well, very,
take chicken.
very wily, those ones.
But yeah, have a look at them. They're going to do
Wow.
really well.
All
over the
All
summer.
right, I need to buy some now.
Yeah,
Do you know a good tackle shop?
exactly. Yeah.
Anyway. Alrighty, it is that time of the evening to head into the kitchen with Cara, and you've cooked up something very, very special. I presume
Bit
it's a
different.
Christmas dish, is it? Or
It could be a Christmas
could be a
dish.
Christmas dish. All right, let's have a look.
So this week's recipe is a great way to feature crayfish without blowing your budget entirely. We're going to turn it into a beautiful pasta salad. The bonus of this dish is that you only need to use a small amount of meat. So I'm using half a cray today, and you can easily substitute this for any crustacean. You'd need about 250 to 300 grams of meat. Now we're going to keep this dish really light and fresh using greens. I've got some little tomatoes there, and of course our pre-cooked pasta. We're going to remove the meat from our cray. So just manipulating with your hand, gliding it through, just sort of tearing it off the shell. Now I will get the rest of it here, but all we're going to do is just gently tear this apart, and this is going to get mixed in with our pasta salad. Next, we're going to prepare our greens. So I'm just going to roughly chop them into 1 to 2 centimetre pieces, and we will add these straight into our bowl with our pasta. These are going to add a beautiful fresh crunch. Going to use 2 stalks of celery. Trim off the tops, cut those halfway, and then get rid of the bottoms as well. Now if we've got the more narrow skinny ones, these are fine just to chop on their own. So we'll just finely slice those. And then with the slightly thicker ones, just going to run that knife down the centre, just so our pieces are a little more consistent in size. Also using these cute tiny little cherry tomatoes, the baby ones. If you can't get them this small, just use your regular cherry tomatoes and cut them in half. These add a beautiful pop of colour. Now we're going to make our dressing. Into a bowl, going to add some mayonnaise. You can use whole egg mayo or any of your favourites. I'm going to add some of the Japanese mayo, the Kewpie mayo. Just provides a little different flavour, which will complement nicely. A little dash of apple cider vinegar. I'll give that a little stir through. And to this, we'll add half a lemon, just the juice. really good little whisk through. And then we'll taste it to see if it needs any seasoning such as salt and pepper. It's pretty good. I'm just going to add a dash of salt, just a little pinch. Okay, now to this, I'm going to add in some chopped chives. And final little stir through, and we're going to toss this through our pasta salad. And the reason I've chose chives and not a stronger onion, like a red onion or spring onion, we just want a little hit of that flavour. Give it a beautiful toss through, and then when it's just about mixed, that's when we can add in our crayfish. We just don't want to over mix it and then have that too crumbly. Not only easy and simple to prepare, but it looks fantastic plated up. I'm pretty sure that this crayfish pasta salad is going to be one that you're going to love.
Well done, Cara.
Thank you.
that is
And Adam
magnificent.
heckled me through that interview.
Told you I was nervous about that segment.
He's just learnt what apple cider vinegar is.
Yeah.
I knew what it was. You just, well,
Tell me about the Japanese mayo. What's
Yeah.
that?
The Kewpie mayo.
The Kewpie mayo.
What's
you
the
have
difference
with
between
your,
that and the other
like
one?
your sushi, you know, your nori rolls and.
Yeah, it's really
But what's the difference
It's just
between
got a
that,
bit of different
that
tang
and
to
the
it.
other one?
I don't know what the actual ingredient difference is, but
Yeah, we'll have to get some.
it's good.
it is good.
Cara, I want to thank you because you do incredible work at home,
thank
and
you.
you've produced. I mean, you never got through the list of things that we set you, but
No, look, it's a bit tricky.
there was some tricky species, but
Carp.
Barbecue to carp.
must be a couple of
really?
years that you've been doing the cooking segments now, I reckon.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people love them.
Oh,
We
good.
put them up on social media every week, and it's just fantastic. But there's a but.
Here we go.
There is a better video that you did once,
Ah.
right?
And here we are.
No, yes, we have got it. 8 years, 205 episodes. This was the
It's
best
pretty cool
part
to
of the
take out a
show
title
ever.
like that.
Victoria, I'm sure, will take out the crown. You know, so.
Yeah. Oh,
You'd hope so.
But,
On home turf. Cara's excited about it.
Well, at least it proved we have real beers in the studio.
At least it wasn't me.
Please stay safe on the water and enjoy your fishing. That is the best thing
Solid.
that ever
Thanks,
happened
guys.
at
Yep.
Talking
Solid.
Fishing in 8 years.
Yep.
So,
Love
big
it.
takeaways there of this one. And then Adam's side eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
I've
so
had
funny.
mates make memes and send them to me.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Nick.
Oh,
Just
no.
stokes that fire for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And Toby Jevons, it's complete professional.
Paint a
Oh,
corner.
yeah.
Yeah.
It made him famous, that video. Yeah. Coming
I
up
think
next,
that's why we
Kramer's
got the beer.
Mailbag and plenty more on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
Welcome back to Talking Fishing. Travis Dowling in the house tonight, the head of Victorian Fisheries Authority. Thanks for joining us, Trav.
Wonderful to be here.
Last show for the season. I thought I'd throw this one into mailbag, although it's not technically mailbag, but Better Boating Victoria have done a remarkable job. The red light doesn't work, so I don't know what camera we're on. They do a remarkable job, and if you can think about 4 years ago where you paid your $15 to $17 on an app that you couldn't work out and then you just gave up, then you got a fine at a boat ramp. That's what you used to put up with. The amount of boat ramps that have been rebuilt, and they're not easy, every single boat ramp is different, but give these guys a break. Now, they went out to consultation. They actually had a session down at St Leonard's with the public that was well publicised for at least a month beforehand. And these are some of the comments. This one was from Bruno. Better Boating Victoria, have you guys got any brains? Build the wall. Stop wasting hard-working taxpayers' money. Your concept will not work by only extending the end piece. I'm a ratepayer of St Leonard's and use the ramp a lot. Stop listening to the non-users of the ramp, so get it right the first time. Build the wall. This was also stop dangerous conditions from north, south and easterly winds. Make it safe for all. It's your obligation. Or Better Boating Victoria will have a very bad name for not listening, and get on with it. From a regular boat user of 40 as well. I'm telling you, Bruno, that's not that simple. And if you're renovating your house, would you be able to build a 5-storey house so that you can have the best views at St Leonard's? No, you can't. There are certain boundaries you have to work within, and certainly just building a great big break wall is not that easy. So it's not a case of just get on with it. You got no brains. In fact, I think that's quite insulting. Jack, $31 million Better Boating Fund sucked dry with admin costs. They have no money to do the job properly. I wonder what the CEO is pocketing. That's absolute rubbish, Jack. Absolute rubbish. That was in a Weekly Times article he wrote, and that was an absolutely biased article. You're not allowed to comment on anything. No. Anyway, and I can tell you the $31 million, not all the bills are paid within that current financial year, but I can assure you there was more than $31 million of work done in that year. Anthony chips in, don't waste our money on your Band-Aid fix, Better Boating Victoria. This ramp needs some major attention to make it safe for boat users. Michael, can see how the wave protection is going to work. Seriously, they have lost their mind thinking what their planning is going to work. Bloody joke. Anthony, I see this a lot with government organisations. We need to ensure what they know the users of the facility are watching, what Kool-Aid they dish to us. Can I just say to you, bunch of blokes, Bruno, Jack, Anthony, Michael, if I was Better Boating, I'd actually take my money elsewhere and call you guys out, because they're trying their guts out. And I'm telling you, they're boaters. They know what they're talking about. They have to work within boundaries. They are trying to get the best design, and just give them time, because things don't happen overnight. But I'd actually, I don't know, I'd feel like naming you guys and go and take your money elsewhere. Take it down to another ramp and fix a ramp where it's appreciated. Anyway, I wanted to throw that one in, sorry. Yeah. Sometimes people got to stand up for good working people in a good working department. All right, Phil wrote this. Love your show and congratulations on the new set studio. Looks amazing. We've only had it for 3 weeks and we're out of here. Can you please let me know if Boating Victoria has planned any updates for Swan Bay boat ramp? Catherine, I sent that to Catherine at Better Boating. Not at this stage. Dredging at Swan Bay will be tough due to environmental significance of Swan Bay. It's also a destination for people paddleboarding from Rosebud. So we've got to just be careful.
They
happened.
That
They were so
is
lucky.
just-
They were so lucky. I said that tongue in cheek, by the way.
my goodness.
We've completed Queenscliff and Point Richards. We've funded pontoons at Ocean Grove. Planning on future improvements at St Leonard's, maybe. Line burners, Avalon and Kirk Point will progress after Easter next year, as will the new car park at Clifton Springs. There are a few other ramps across the other side of the bay that needed some attention, as well as others across regional Victoria. So, yeah, nothing for Swan Bay at the moment. Phil, there you go. Adam, this one's for you from Roy. Hi team, my question for Adam is, I would like to know which product seems to be better quality. That would be spotters, who haven't got the biggest range compared to another company, which I won't mention, that now look the goods. Please help, as I can't make my mind up for a Christmas present. Cheers, please discuss, much appreciated. Thanks, Roy.
I dare say the range question with spotters, you probably just haven't been to a store that carries the range. I was lucky enough to work at a store for a very long time that had a very comprehensive range. So if you can't find something with them, I doubt you're seeing the whole range. Now, I am going to be 100% honest. I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about the other company that you included in your email. So please get in contact. I know this is our last episode, Dave, but Roy, if you can email Dave your details, I will call you and get in contact with spotters and try and work out a store where you can see
the full range,
the majority of the range, because
you get
it is a comprehensive range.
You get around now. I mean, let's say Tacklewood Crammon had the biggest range. It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Does anyone else range that big in your travels that you see?
There's plenty that do stock spotters, but not the range in its entirety. And the reason for it, we have seen an enormous boom in sunglasses and quality sunglasses companies within the recreational fishing tackle stores in the last few years. There is some amazing brands. I've literally worn spotters my entire working life in this industry. So, of course, I'm going to speak quite highly of them because I do appreciate them. They've looked after me over the years. They've looked after us, Dave, not only from a show perspective, but the shops as well.
Yep.
So, Roy, please get in contact with us. I'll
Yep.
get in contact with you and we'll try and work out something for you. I know it doesn't help for Christmas, but it may help.
All right, if you'd like to write into Kramer's mailbag, please do, but the show won't be on. I'll try and reply and understand the issues that our viewers face, because it is an important thing where you can actually get some really good answers back, even if it's not on TV, but it's via email. All right, Trav, a couple of questions.
Sure, absolutely.
I see the Goulburn River trout are going nuts. What is going on up
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I don't know if just in terms of people watching tonight, if anyone's had the opportunity to get up to the Goulburn River, because since the floods, people have been a little bit wary and there's been a bit of trepidation. I'm just throwing the big words out there as well about it. But I can just assure you, the Goulburn River at Thornton, Alexandra, has never fished better than it's fishing right now. People are getting
100%.
100 trout in a session, and I'm not talking small trout. I'm talking up to a kilo trout.
Yep.
Are these stocked?
Well, I think unfortunately, there for some of the businesses that were impacted, there may have been some flood losses in some of the trout farms. So, and I do feel for those businesses. But what it's meant, the river is now absolutely chock-a-block full of 1 to 2 kilo rainbow trout, and they're taking everything. They're taking worms, they're taking spinners, they're taking flies, they're taking
They're not
plastics. They're taking anything.
Curry chicken.
They're
Probably.
they'll
Probably
they're a bit discerning. You know.
Vicky, does your club have a lodge on the Goulburn River?
Not on the
no, just
Goulburn.
checking.
You don't need a lodge. Land base it.
Yeah, no, that's all good. All right, that was one of the things. I want to talk to you about Target 1 million, because it's still, you've got the Tim hat on tonight. Your name's not Tim, it's Target 1 million.
It is. It's great.
Has that not been the envy of Australia?
Oh, look,
program?
and I have to say, look, all credit to the Victorian government, to Premier Andrews, to Joel Pulford, to Sonia Kilkenny, to all of the people that really got behind fishing in Victoria, and Target 1 million. I think it's been an iconic policy, and it's certainly been something that I've been contacted by all other fisheries around Australia to say, it's really captured imagination, and I wore it today as the last show to really say, thank you to you, David, and to everyone who's been involved in supporting Target 1 million, because it's for the first time, it's a government saying, we want you fishing. It's not like, or if you go fishing, be careful because we're going to get you if you do this or if you do that, or this is going to be closed and don't use that gear. It's a government saying, we want you to go fishing because we think it's good for the economy, we think it's good for your mental health and your physical health, and 100%. We want you out there.
Yeah, brilliant. Hasn't been copied yet. I just wonder how long before another state copies
I reckon you could almost put a reasonable wager that Queensland at the moment are looking at something very similar.
All righty, we're being told to wind it up. Again, coming up next, the all-important hotspots. That's next on Talking Fishing.
Talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing, we're talking fishing.
And now the segment you've all been waiting for, Fishing Hotspots, brought to you by the Beaumaris Motor Yacht Squadron, Melbourne's premier trailer boat club.
I'm just going to get you all ready, right? Because after we get through hotspots, I'm going to ask you all, where's your favourite place to go fishing at Christmas and why? All right, so start thinking. Don't say 500 metres off Carrum. All right, let's kick it off. Blair Gowrie King George whiting is the number one. Some cracking whiting down off the sisters at the moment, and that's just in time for Christmas, although the jet skis do get a bit active around there sometimes,
they do.
and it can shut down. But right now, absolutely going fantastic. The next hot spot is Carrum. Apparently the snapper are going off. You just go 500 metres
They're pretty
out,
close in.
11 metres, and use chicken as bait and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. If you're in Western Port, a lovely place. I love fishing this place. I haven't done it for years. Sandy Point, King George Whiting is absolutely going off. Donnie Newman heads down there, catches some big ones. He actually tags a lot of fish down there.
He does. Yeah, he does. Good job, Donnie.
And it's where he recaptures the most tagged fish. His own fish.
What, just tagging whiting, is he?
Tagging whiting.
Yeah, right.
And then he recaptures the same whiting he's tagged
they
years
don't travel.
later. And it's all down there.
They do.
Yeah.
He keeps data on them.
Yeah.
Like it,
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, I think through Greg Jenkins. Or
Yeah,
something like that,
fantastic.
so,
Yeah, wonderful.
all right, another place. It doesn't get to mention that often, but Elizabeth Bluff, the snapper are going off around there. If you want to get out of Coronella, Trav, a place you love, Rocklands. Would love to. Sorry, didn't finish. Love to get bogged. Rocklands Reservoir, cod and yallas.
No country for old men.
Yeah. Would a lot of people be heading there for Christmas?
Oh, I think so. Most of Horsham and Hamilton head there, and what's really interesting, and you have to keep on this, Nikki, the Hamilton Angling Club, the Horsham Angling Club, they've just bought a 4-bedroom house right on the lake there.
Someone said it's a lodge.
Is their lodge. Is their lodge. So they see the vision, they see the future.
They see what Preston and Northcote can do.
Maybe a lodge exchange.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, and the lucky last, Lake Ties. I should have put some photos up on this, but Lake Ties, the big duskies are out and about.
Yeah, right. Are they up the front or are they still up towards now?
Up the front. Yeah,
right around the boys.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. So looking good. Still open, I think, too. Lake Ties, just. Yeah.
The Trevally will be around the front then too, around in front of the
when
pub.
it
There, if
closes.
it's still open.
When it closes.
All right, Cara, let's start with you. Best place to go fishing. at
I don't
Christmas?
think it's a secret at all. We'll be heading up to Bridgewater.
Yep.
So fishing the Loddon. So
Fishing for
might
cod.
try some new spots. Yep, cod and yellows.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Ads.
Bem River for me.
Bem
Always
River.
has been, always will be. Lake Tyres, honourable mention.
Yes.
And a close second because it is
Ben
close
would
to
get
home.
packed at Christmas, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I think both sides,
Yeah.
sides will. But Tyres has been completely reset with all this water in the best possible way.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. That's the future. I think. Lake
Yeah,
Tyres.
yeah. Nikki?
I'm going to say St. Leonard's just on the pier. Just keep it simple.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Family down.
squid.
Enjoy. Yeah, some squid.
So this is it's not the pier at the boat ramp. There's another pier, longer pier.
Separate pier.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So
Deep water. Yeah. I've actually never fished
not
it.
like super deep, but I mean deep enough you can't see the bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And you what, just calamari?
Calamari, yep,
Yeah.
that'll be my target. There'll be people getting snapper this time of year. So.
Yeah.
You have to get whiting off there as well.
There would have to be. I don't see many people
Calamari.
targeting them though, but yeah,
So
that's
they-
what I'll be.
They use chicken.
I'll ask them
Maybe
this
that's
year,
why they're
Trav.
not
I'll
catching
find
them,
out.
Very good.
Trav?
Pretty easy one for me. Goulburn River at Murchison.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
How's that affected by the floods? I actually drove through Murchison. There's the caravan park looked decimated. All the permanent annexes.
Yeah.
Just were all in rubbish.
Yeah, no, they built a levee right up, if you know Murchison, or they built a sandbag levee right down the main street and had it up sort of a story high, and the water got up quite high getting in there. So a lot of the buildings and facilities on that side. So it has been really impacted. The river's down to about 2 metres now.
Yep.
I like it when it drops below about a metre. All the sandbars are out.
Yeah.
Lots of yabbies and stuff moving around.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a beautiful spot. Few large mosquitoes also getting around.
There's a lot at the
Well,
moment.
that's the thing I noticed, that on the side of the rivers, like if you're approaching a bridge or following the river as you're going,
The dead water,
the
yeah.
amount of water in the paddocks,
Yeah.
and I'm talking half a k outside of the river. There's got to be mozzies everywhere.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
there?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Plagues.
Yeah.
Dave, your favourite spot? Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to Hamilton Island.
Yeah.
Just for something different.
Right.
I'm going to test the waters for the Spanish Mac. I've actually I know the chemist up there, and he tells me he's got a spot, and it's a long way offshore, guaranteed to catch wahoo.
Oh, wow.
I want to go and do
Yeah.
that for something different.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can bring me
Reckons
some.
guaranteed catching wahoo. So looking
great.
forward to
We'll
that.
have to
Dr.
film
Taylor
cooking.
Hunt's coming up.
Exactly.
Oh, wonderful.
It's going to be a great little time. Hey, so I did mention earlier on last show of the season, and we're not coming back in autumn, so let's just see where that takes us. But I just wanted to say a special thanks to a whole lot of people. Adam, obviously you've been with us since day one.
It's been a blast.
It's 8 years. It's been absolutely amazing. Nikki, Cara, and Tiff, I'll throw in as well.
Yep.
It's been absolutely fantastic.
Good luck to you,
and
Tiff, starting your family too.
Yeah.
It's exciting times.
Yeah.
Good luck, Tiff.
People wouldn't realise the crew that we have up the back, but Kevin, who's been the producer of this program, doesn't come in every week. He does it all by remote control, but he's pretty good, damn good at doing everything he does. And Kevin's been with us since day one. Jack, Louis, Callum, Heidi, Josh, Simone, Jess. It's just been a fantastic crew, and that's how many people are actually behind us and producing this program and getting it to air every week. And 8 years is I'm not sure whether it's probably not a record for Channel 31, but it's certainly
be up there.
a pretty
It's a good feat.
For a live
it's a
program.
fair innings.
Won a few antenna awards in that time. Too.
Absolutely, every one that we've gone up for, we've won, so we've done all right. Just a reminder too, 3MP Talking Fishing. Adam, we're not stopping. We don't stop. Going right through, coming live to you from Hamilton Island. But anyway, I can also thank our sponsors: Spotters, Shimano, Jarvis Walker, Beaumaris Yacht Squadron, the VFA, been with us for many, many years. Great group of sponsors, and you don't get that. You don't get the program while it's without those sponsors. So, and Trav, a massive thanks to you. You've been a great supporter of the show. And,
Thank you.
Regular contributor.
Yeah, thanks
we
for having
wouldn't
me
be
on.
able to talk about the things if you weren't doing it.
No,
So
I appreciate it.
there you go. That's it for Talking Fishing. Hope you enjoyed the show. It's been a staggering journey over the last 8 years. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Have a very Merry Christmas. Please stay safe in the water and enjoy your fishing.
Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. We got all you need, just take a look. Watch those fish jump on your hook. So just relax and take your time. Enjoy the show, then drop us a line. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. Talking fishing, nothing but fishing. We're talking fishing. Talking fishing.
Have a good weekend, Mr. Walker.
You too, son.